Hi there, and welcome to Josey's Art School. I'm your teacher, Robin Norgren, and I want to give you a little bit of an art lesson about the artist Amedeo Clemente Mondigliani. Mondigliani was very influential during the Cubist period, and a lot of the work that you see is in the style that you see in this example right here. And what I love about it is it really is an artist that you can explore and study and really find a way to create art in his style and also appreciate the beauty that he gives to the human figure. Amedeo Clemente Mondigliani was born in 1884, and he was a Jewish Italian painter and sculptor who worked mainly in France. He studied painting from live models in classical schools. And then he created his signature style of making longer faces and necks, which became his hallmark in both his paintings and his sculptures. He was known to do over 100 sketches in one day. He was friends with early Cubist artists Picasso and Brancusi. He died of tuberculosis at only 35 years old, but left his mark on the art world in such a short time. Here is a picture of the artist and a favorite quote that I really loved and I wanted to share with you. I would like my life to be like a rich river flowing joyfully on earth. Here's an example of one of the drawings I did. And now I'd like to go over how you can create your own art piece in the style of Mondigliani. So let's go over the materials that you're going to need. First, you'll need some paint brushes, different sizes, a ruler, a pencil and a pen, black pen preferred, some crayons, and I would say Crayola crayons for what we're going to be doing for this project, a small bowl of water. I'm going to be using a 9 by 12 piece of paper. And I usually find this at your local department store, like a Walmart or a Target. The Canson brand, really good for any kind of medium that you want to paint or do any sort of art on top of. And then I do also have some watercolor paints, just in case I would want to, at the end, add in some different colors. All right, so step one is you're going to take a rendering of a face. And as you notice in each of his paintings, there's the more elongated oval shape. And so that's what you're going to start with. So I'm going to take my pencil, draw the oval, leaving enough space at the top to be able to add any sort of details that I want to add into the hair. And then I will also do that signature elongated neck. And then close that opening and add the shoulders. I always like to start with the nose. And then I do 2 smiles for the eyes. Close on top. Add the eyelids. And then the eyes. Going for the mouth next. Then the ears. And now you can decide on what type of hairstyle you would like to show in the paintings. Usually it's a more simplistic style. So I think I might go with more of this pixie cut hair. Now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to add some horizontal lines in the background randomly. And from there, I'm going to take different crayons, starting with the background first. And I'm going to trace around the edges. Make it a fairly thick line. And you can choose to also do different colors. And for right now, you're just tracing around the lines without coloring inside. Starting with the background first, and then later I'm going to come in and add the details to the face. Now once you've completed all your lines, see that I missed one up at the top here. You're going to take your paintbrush and you're going to wet it, and you're going to go over the top of the crayon. And you'll start to see that the color from the crayon will blend into the background. Well, this is not going so well with this paper, that is for sure. So what we'll do is we'll take the watercolor paint that I have here and add the feature of what I was hoping that my crayons would do, and just didn't work out. Very much an example of a beautiful oops, but we can make it work. There's always a plan B. As you start to add in these details, because you still have the crayons available to you, you can also take the crayons and add in the details of the face. And you can either outline with a pen first, or you can just go straight in with your crayon. You can decide to add eyelashes in if you want. I like to have the paintings available to me so that I can take a look at them and see if there's any details that I might add. And I do like how the soft brow on this example would go really great with what I've created here. As you can see, the pen really allows for the face to come to life. And if you have your pencil handy, you can always erase any of the lines that overlap. I always like to have watercolor paints, markers, crayons, colored pencils, so I can use whatever it is that I'm inspired to use on whatever I'm doing on that particular day. Mixes it up, challenges me to maybe go in a different direction. So this is actually one of my favorite art projects because you can do this style in so many different ways. So just referring back to these original paintings, as you can see, there's a lot of muted and neutral colors that really add to the softness of the paintings. So you might want to add that into your painting as well. So even though this wasn't exactly how I planned for this to come together, as I just go with my process of adapting, noticing that my original plan isn't coming together, I just relax and allow another option to come to the surface. You can also choose to put some sort of design in her clothing. And you could also change it up and create a man or even create an animal in this style. All right. So whether you choose to do your drawing in watercolor, and here's another beautiful rendering done by Mondigliani, or feel free to do it with just crayons, as I did here, and no background. You can see that it can turn into a really satisfying and beautiful piece of work. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure and subscribe to my channel. I will actually be putting a video up every day this month, so I hope you stop by.